And when the dust was cleared, the second pig was lying there too, dead as a doornail. I'll say it was wolf's son and he ain't lying. Boys and girls, my name is Auntie D, and I am here at the Maloney Public Library, and I am going to tell you a story. It is the true story of the Three Little Pigs as told by John Cizeska. Now, do you know the story of the Three Little Pigs? Do you know the story of the Three Little Pigs and the Big Bad Wolf? How did you first hear about that story? Who told you that story, or did you read it yourself? Now, I am here today to tell you the story as told by none other than Mr. Wolf, Alexander T. Wolf. That's his name. He's just an ordinary wolf. He said he's not that big bad wolf that they've made him out to be. And you know what? There's a whole story to go. I visited him and he gave me the whole scoop. And everything else is just a misconception. It's a misunderstanding. Right? So it started actually, but you know what? A sneeze and a huff and a cup of sugar. He was simply making a cake for his dear old granny because, you know, it was granny's birthday. And you love your granny. I love my granny. When it's granny's birthday, we do nice things for granny. So, you know, Al being any ordinary wolf wanted to do something nice for his granny. So he decided to make a cake, a birthday cake for granny. But he had the cold. And you know what? He was sneezing all the time and all of that. So, you know, that kind of impacted what he did and stuff like that. And after that, the rest is history. So, I am going to tell you the true story. I don't think anybody else ever had the real story, so I am going to give you Al's version. Now, Al said that he doesn't know anything about how they came up with him being a big bad wolf. Maybe it was because of his diet. You know, that fact that they like to eat cute, furry little animals like rabbits and bunnies and sheep and pigs. But he's into cheeseburgers, and if cheeseburgers were cute, he would love to eat that too. You know, but this is what he said, right? The whole big bad wolf thing, that's just wrong. He's not a big bad wolf, and I'm pleading on his behalf. At least, you know, based on what he told me, the real story is about a sneeze and a cup of sugar. Or I can believe that, a sneeze, a chew, and a cup of sugar. So way back in Once Upon a Time land, Mr. Al was making a cake, a birthday cake for his dear old granny. And he had a terrible sneezing cold. And he ran out of sugar. So when he ran out of sugar, he decided to walk across the street to ask his neighbor for a cup of sugar. It so turned out that his neighbor was a pig. Who would believe that? Just an ordinary pig. So, he wasn't too bright, you know. That's what I'll say. He had built his whole house out of straw. Who builds a house out of straw? Can you believe it? I mean, who in their right mind will build a house out of straw? Would you build a house out of straw? So you know what happened? The minute I'll knock on the door, the whole thing fall right in. And he didn't just want to walk right in, so he said, little pig, are you in? You know, I wasn't just about to walk right in, that's what he tell me. And just then, he started to sneeze. And he gave a great big sneeze, and he tried to hold it in, and he was like, achoo! And he blew the whole house down. Sneeze, one great big sneeze, and the whole place fall down. And you know what? After the whole darn straw house falling, right in the middle on the ground was the little pig. Dead. Dead as a doornail. You know he was home the whole time? It seemed like a shame to leave a perfectly good ham dinner lying there in the straw. So you know what you do? Mr. Al, eat the pig. And you know what? He said we could just think about it as a cheeseburger lying right there. And you would eat a cheeseburger? Yeah. You wouldn't let her waste sense? So at that time he was feeling a little better. But he still didn't have the sugar. So he went to his next neighbor's house. And the next neighbor was the first little pig brother. So at least he was a little smarter, that's what I'll say. Because he built his house out of sticks. He rang the bell, he said, nobody didn't answer. He called, Mr. Pig, are you in? And you know what Mr. Pig said? Go away, wolf. You can't come in. I'm shaving the hairs on my chin. I'll say he just grabbed the door. And then he feel a whole great big sneeze coming on. And he huff. And he snuff. And he tried to cover his mouth. But you know what happened? He sneezed a great big sneeze. And you know what happened next? You're not going to believe it. But just like the first one, this one house fall down too. And when the dust was cleared, the second pig was lying there too, dead as a doornail. I'll say it was Wolf's son and he ain't lying. Now you know, I'll already tell all you wouldn't leave a cheeseburger there if it's looking good and cute and ready to eat, right? So you know what you do? He ain't about wasting no food. So Mr. Wolf went and eat the pig, so he had dinner again. He thought of it as a second helping. Now means nothing wrong with that. It's food there free for the taking, so he just eat it. But you know what happened? He still had the coal and he still didn't have the sugar. Remember, the real intention was to get a cup of sugar to finish baking the cake for Granny. So he went to the next house. And you know what's going on? This house now was the brother of the first and the second pig. He was living in that house. And he must have been the brains of the family, at least that is what I'll say. Because he built his house out of bricks. When Mr. Wolf knocked on the brick house, nobody in answer. He called out, Mr. Pig, are you in? And you know what the rude little pig answer? Get out of here, Wolf. Don't bother me again. Talk about impolite, but Al was real mad. So you know what? He's studying that, this one probably have a whole sack full of sugar and all he wants is a little cup of sugar to bake the cake for Granny. So he said, what a pig. Maybe I should just go home and make a nice birthday card instead of the cake. Well, at least that's what Al was thinking. That's what he tell me now. But then he decided, you know what? I don't know what to do yet. But then just as he was going to leave now, he started to feel his sneeze coming again. So he huffed and he snuffed. And you know what happened? He sneezed again. And then the third little pig yelled out, and your old Granny can sit on a pin. Now, I'm usually a pretty calm fella. That's what I'll tell me, right? That he real calm and normal and thing. But when somebody talk about his Granny, he just kind of go off and he rockers and thing and he's begin to trip. So, he went a little crazy. And then the police pull up, or them police and them door stick. Mr. Pig like he called the police for him. And you know what I say? I was trying to break down the door house when the pig house when all the time I was just sneezing. Because I had the cold and he couldn't control the sneeze and thing. So you know what? He was just sneezing and making a whole scene and it didn't look good for him at all. So you know what's the next thing now? The papers just can't wait. Them newspaper, them don't wait at all. So they hear about a story and they reach on the scene. Everybody carry a story about Mr. Pig, Mr. Wolf, sorry, Al, poor little Al, eating the two little pigs, right? And huffing and puffing and carrying on in front of this other pig house. Right? So they jazz up the whole thing and they write huff and puff and blow your house down and they try to make him look like a big bad wolf. But really and truly, he was just framed. That's the truth, and that's what I'll tell, man. He was framed. The whole story is a hoax. You know the misinterpreting. Have you ever been misinterpreted? Such a sad day. Well, thank you all for watching. And stay tuned. Remember to follow Maloney Public Library on Facebook. Like and share our videos. And comment. We want to hear from you. Have a blessed day. And stay safe. How my story was. I'm feeling excited. I better do it over. I can do it over.
No.
But I make some mistakes. I was saying I and then he.
The end.